Hard work is a skill Jami Longacre learned early in her life.
I was born in Tulsa and raised in Kellyville. We had a little small cow-calf operation there. And then my mom and dad, Bill and Judy Mackinac, were just probably the greatest influences on my work ethic because my mother always worked and my dad worked multiple jobs. When you grow up in an atmosphere that everyone's got 2 or 3 jobs, it just kind of instills in you, you've got to work harder to get ahead and work smarter to get ahead.
After graduating from high school, she followed her sister and countless relatives and attended OSU. Encouraged by a good friend, she also applied for an OSU Ag legislative internship.
She said, "Hey, you've got a gift of gab, and I think this is something that you will enjoy." And so I applied and interviewed and thankfully was selected because undoubtedly, that internship changed the course of direction for my entire life.
Jami graduated with a bachelor's degree in agricultural economics.
Really, that internship was the aha moment. It was that light bulb experience that I just saw that public policy truly did impact rural Oklahoma, and it truly does impact farmers and ranchers' lives.
Jami worked for the Oklahoma Secretary of Agriculture and later became the Director of Policy and Governmental Affairs for the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association. Jami became the first female executive director of the Oklahoma Beef Council in 1997.
Looking back, I'm just so honored and that I, as a young female, that I had the opportunity to lead, one of the largest beef councils in the United States.
During her tenure, she dealt with challenges such as the BSE scare and implemented the national Beef It's What's for Dinner campaign. But she also started several initiatives to improve cattle quality, including the Beef Quality Assurance Program and the Oklahoma Beef Quality Summit. After leaving the Oklahoma Beef Council, Jami joined the lobbying firm ran by the late Clem and Bart McSpadden as a legislative and marketing consultant.
I love the Capitol. I loved public policy. I just love the fact that you can make just so engagement can really change the way that lawmakers think, the way the elected officials look at an issue, and I just thought, this is something that you get bit by they say you get bit by the political bug.
Jami decided to go out on her own, starting Longacre Incorporated. She credits her upbringing and life in agriculture for being successful.
Back to my mom and dad, who had 2 to 3 jobs my whole time growing up. I mean, I was like, I know I may not be the brightest bulb or the sharpest knife, but I promise I can outwork anyone.
Jami is one of those people that really understands that process, has that relationship with legislators in the state of Oklahoma who can be a connector and help legislators understand what we do in OSU Agriculture and help us and help me understand what legislators find important and where we need to do better to make sure we're providing a return on investment.
And I think having someone who has an ag background herself, who came through the 4-H and FFA programs, and then lives that every day. Her family has a cattle operation and they live in Kellyville, which is a more rural part of the state, that when she can bring that perspective, when she is in the midst of policy discussions and trying to have effective policy, I think that makes a big, big difference.
My time at Oklahoma State taught me, just relationships mattered so much, whether it's with your professor, with your advisor, with your fellow students. Those relationships just were so critical back then and today. And so I really attribute a lot of our success with our firm to having just great relationships and people being able to trust what you say and be able to know that if we're bringing information or we're educating you, you can take it to the bank.
Jami and her husband John own an auto dealership in rural Creek County and are committed to OSU. Their son Turner is a Ferguson College of Agriculture student. Together, they've sponsored several scholarships as well as donated to the New Frontiers campaign. Jami serves on several OSU committees and organizations.
I just think you give to those things that you love. and whether it be your children, whether it be your university, whether it be your church, whether it be your fraternity, your sorority, whatever the case may be, you give to what you love.
If there's a better networked or connected person in the state of Oklahoma than Jami Longacre, I don't know them. She seems to know everybody and everyone, and not only knows them, but is very friendly with them. And she brings that connection and those friendships to really help support OSU in many different ways, whether it's on the Dean's Advisory Council, whether it's Women for OSU, whether it's supporting the OSU Foundation, any number of events. Jami brings not only her own personal skill set, she has that ability to bring others to the table as well and really create a rising tide that lifts all boats.
I wouldn't be where I am today without OSU and without the Ferguson College of Agriculture, and we're just forever indebted for everything that they've given us. So thank you for this honor. I'm very, very humbled and just to say thank you.
Celebrating Jami Longacre, 2024 Ferguson College of Agriculture Distinguished Alumna.